Howdy folks, Turbo here. Welcome back to Cattle and Crops. On this video, we're going to cover the changes to soil fertilization in the latest 0.6 patch. So a lot has changed, and we're going to try to figure that out. I'm over here at the co-op getting ready to buy some fertilizer to put in the new fertilizer spreader that came with this patch. And of course, as soon as I start recording, my phone goes off. Let's put that on vibrate. Never fails. So, new spreader, but we don't just buy fertilizer and go fertilize the field and we're good, unlike other farming simulator type games. What we have to do is figure out what we need on the field. So I'm going to look at field 14, and we're planting summer wheat. So this screen is all new. And when you change this up here, it gives you a target for your nitrogen, phosphate, and potassium. You can see down here what you're currently at. So we're low on everything, really low on phosphate. Right now, water and air temperature, I don't think have any effect at all. That'll be in the next patch when they bring in seasons with 0.7. So all we have to worry about is the NPK values. So I've already put this stuff in a spreadsheet so I know what I need to buy to bring it up to the target. And we're going to go see if we can get that done. So there's a lot of different fertilizers to buy. So they've added a strategy calculator for fertilizer. And I've been playing around with this. I'm not 100% sure I've done this right. I know I need 78.6. On that. I need 74.5. And I need 122 on the potassium. So we need to get this down to we'll go 75. It's close enough. Now we need to bring our nitrogen up to 78.6. So let's actually change that one. So I don't know if that even matters, but that's 10 pounds. And this is per acre. And then our phosphate, we need 122 to get that up to target. So you can see we've got lots of different blends. Did I skip over one? No. So I want this guy. Oop, that's the wrong one. I always think P for phosphate. Nope. Or I mean potassium. It's K. NPK. Just like it says there. So we're going to get this up, that third column here, up to 122. Ish. There we go. All right. So that's per acre. And we've got 1.77 acres. So I need 500 pounds of NPK 15, 15, 15 times 1.7. Excellent. Bring my... Oh, that's not going to work. Just pretend like that didn't happen. All right, so 500 times 1.77. We can figure that out. So I'm going to come over here to the tractor. Hop in here. And you can see here's all the different types. We've got the two NPK blends. So we got the nitrogen, phosphate, and then we got the phosphate potassium mix. And we've got some chalk that's just straight nitrates, some triple superphosphate. And then we got some, and then we got some potassium. Got some P for some nitrogen. Then we got diammonium phosphate. So we've got all these different types of fertilizer you can use to get that perfect mix. And I could probably do some other mix and get there as well. But we're going to buy this one. And I need... I guess you can only go that much, huh? I don't know how to get I don't know how to get between 79 and 159 gallons. I guess it only goes to 80 gallons at a time, so we're going to do that. And then that should be enough for field 14. Wait, was that pounds? Did I do that right? Yeah, that was in pounds. All right. So I'm going to head over to the farm. And I'll meet you over there. Alright folks, we're back here over at the farm, and I've never used this spreader before. I'm not sure what the throw width on it is, but I'm going to attempt to put down some fertilizer. Okay. See how that goes. I planted a strip already over there because I kind of wanted to see what it would do, if anything, with no fertilization. So it's a little hard to tell what this is doing, but I guess that's supposed to be lowered. I'm going to try to keep the fertilizer off of that little strip there. I assume this is kind of a work in progress animation here. It's not too bad, but I was kind of hoping you'd be able to see the granules on the ground or something, but I don't see that happening. So you're just kind of guessing, I guess, where you've been, where you haven't been. Well, we'll lay this down and we'll see what happens. Something like that-ish. Making some pretty little tracks in the dirt. Speed seems about right. Not sure. What I could do is check, but we're just going to assume it's working, and then I'll check when we get the field covered. Need about 2 more passes, 1.5 more passes, something like that. It's a little wider here down at the bottom part. Or, I mean, at the top part. Depending on which way you're looking at it, I guess. I'll drop some right in the middle here. I didn't use nearly as much, but of course I had to buy a lot more than actually needed. And I can empty this out, but I think it just disappears. I don't think it puts it in a pallet for you yet. I would assume they're going to do something like that eventually. Alrighty, let's go see if the screen has changed. Yeah, I know. I know cows. Or bulls. Alright, parking brake on, just in case. Now if we go over here and look at field 14, look at that. The numbers are up. Now they're not perfect, they're in the green. But to get that for sure, we'd want to go get the rest of my stuff. To get it up to target values. So let's do this. Huh. It's kind of funny. Do that every time I turn it off? Yep. let's do a save. And then I'm going to empty this out. So we bring up the menu, we go over to this guy. We say empty tank. Oh, we know I forgot all about this. I forgot to see if this was automatically set or if that's just a default. Oops. That's the other thing I was going to show you, and I completely forgot about it. You set the spread rate for the pounds per acre you need to spread. So I did not do that. That's something else we would need to calculate. I think that was on the calculator. That would be the total pounds per acre. So you can click that. Oops. Click and hold and you can just set that to different values. And I completely forgot all about that. I'm not used to actually having to simulate my farming. Look and see if this changed anything physical in the model. I don't see it changing anything. So I think that's the default. I don't know that it's changing anything like automatically for you. But anywho, I want to empty this out. That's where I was going with this. Empty tank. It went bye-bye. I don't think that's anywhere. If I go look at my tanks. No, there's no seed storage or anything that I know of. So it is just gone. They also don't start you out with anything in your silos anymore. So I actually had to go steal some chaff from the BGP to feed my bulls. Anywho, I'm going to run over to the store and we'll get the other fertilizer. I'll be right back. Okay, back over here at the co-op and looking at the fertilizer strategy. I don't think I'm going to worry about the nitrates, 10 pounds. So we're just going to get 80 pounds per acre of the K60. And I'm going to call that 150 pounds. And then we need to remember to set the pounds per acre spread rate to 80. We're going to put way too much on. So 500 was what the NPK mix was at. So that was about right. I don't know that it's going to change it, but we'll keep an eye on it. So 150 pounds of K60. I don't know if we can buy that exact amount. Hopefully at some point you can get a little more precise with this stuff. Alright, so we want the K60. Fill type is not supported. Wait, what? I emptied this out. Why is it full of the NPK mix? I don't know. Early access? How did that happen? Did I accidentally hit a button? I don't even know. Alright, well, we're going to empty that out again. Maybe when I pulled up, I accidentally hit a button that refilled. Not sure there. What happened? We'll see if it fills it up again when I back up to it. Oh, is it because I had this slider over? Let's try that. Nope. Okay. So what did I need? 150? There we go. 100, or no, I need pounds. So the least amount I can get is 727 pounds. Alright, fill her up. Now, it shouldn't know, like, what field I'm on or anything, right? So the spread rate, yeah. So we wanted that to be 80 pounds per acre, right? So we're going to crank that way down. It's about there. All right, and I'll see you back at the farm. I'm back at the farm, and I've double checked the spread rate is still set to about as close to 80 pounds per acre as I can get. So let's go spread. Like it's the same animation. I assume it's just going to tick down slower. The spread rate is working. I'm just going to follow my tracks here. Looks like it's ticking down pretty slow, so I think the spread rate is working. This should get us somewhat near the target values for wheat. And then I'll get some wheat in the ground with the planter. I'm using the mod planter because the only planter in the game is the giant one. So I got a little Massey Ferguson mod planter that seems to work okay in this patch. At least it changed the texture over there. We'll check the field. Pretty sure it showed stuff was planted. But we'll take a peek as soon as we get this spread on there. So we're spreading potassium, right? Yeah, K is potassium. This particular fertilizer is, I guess, 60% potassium. It must have some kind of, like, carrier agent. The first stuff was 15% in PK. So it had to be, you know, is it 55% something else? I don't really know much about fertilizer. This is pretty cool, though. You actually have to think about farming. I'm not sure if they're going to have soil compaction be a thing in the game. That would be pretty cool. I mean, it's already there, you know, visually. And I'm pretty sure if you run over stuff, it maybe doesn't grow there. Might have to experiment some more with that. Alright, one last little pass. Saw one of the mods has been updated. There was a pallet mod that had, you can buy pallets of like seed and fertilizer and stuff to bring to your farm, and that mod author had updated already for the latest patch. One thing he added was that fertilizer calculator on a pallet, so you can actually bring that to your farm and just have it here at your farm to reference. That was pretty cool. Alright, we're going to pick that thing up and let's go take a look at our field. Bulls are quite excited. Alright, so we're a little over on potassium, a little over on phosphate, not quite there on nitrogen. So yeah, you know, as a first stab. Actually, is that? Oh wait, no, I didn't change that. There we go. Now we're closer because I'm actually looking at the numbers I wanted. So almost a little high there on the potassium. Why is that so much higher? Yeah, I'll have to do some experimenting around, but it looks like I've got way too much potassium on there now. So what do you do if you have too much? I don't actually know. If we click, you can see I am 5% seeded there with summer wheat. You click on the little eyeball here, give it a second to redraw. You can actually look at the stuff on your field. So maybe I doubled up a little too much on the potassium. Gotta give it a few seconds for it to redraw. It redraws like the entire map instead of just focusing on the field you're on. If they made it just one field, it would be much faster. Yeah, so I might have just doubled up too much there. I'm not sure. Like I said, I need to do some more experimenting. Should have one little strip. Not even showing on there. Maybe it shows here on under the seeded. It says there's a link there. Ah, there we go. So the whole field is cultivated, and then that little strip there is where I already planted some wheat. And I don't think loosening does anything yet. I was doing some experimenting. I couldn't get it to change. I didn't try plowing though, so lots of stuff to play with in this patch. But that's it for this video, I think. That's just getting our soil ready. I'm going to plop some seed in there, and then we'll see what happens. So I think I'll wait probably till the next patch to do a whole new series. Once we get seasons in with the weather affecting things, I think it's going to really start coming together, and it should be pretty interesting. But I don't know. We'll see. I might do a few more little videos on this patch to see what I can find that's interesting. So thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time. Take care.